In the middle of the South Atlantic Ocean, halfway between Africa and South America, there lies an island that almost no one on Earth has ever visited. No airport, no bridge, no way in, except by a small supply ship that appears on the horizon just a few times a year. This is Tristan da Cunha, the most isolated inhabited island on our planet. The nearest piece of land? More than 500 miles away. The nearest hospital? A 6-day boat journey across some of the roughest seas on Earth. Yet somehow, a few hundred people call this place home. They farm, they fish, they laugh, and they raise families on a volcanic rock in the middle of nowhere. But what drives someone to live a life completely cut off from the modern world? What keeps them here, where time seems to have stopped? This is not just an island. It's a world frozen in time, built on resilience, community, and isolation. And once you arrive, you may never see the world the same way again. But before we can understand life here, we need to know what it takes to reach it. Few people have even heard of Tristan da Cunha. It's a dot, smaller than many towns, surrounded by thousands of miles of empty ocean. There's no airport, no tourism industry, and almost no way to reach it except by a cargo ship from Cape Town, South Africa. Once you're there, you're not just isolated, you're trapped by distance itself. The island's community was founded by shipwrecked sailors and settlers who refused to leave. Over time, they built a world of their own, simple, resilient, and entirely self-sufficient. There are no malls, no traffic, no skyscrapers, just one road, a few hundred homes, and a rhythm of life unchanged for generations. Every sunrise is quiet. Every night, the ocean is the only sound. And while the rest of the world races toward the future, Tristan stands still, untouched by time. But before we continue exploring this lost world, make sure to subscribe, because here we uncover the last real places left on Earth. Now let's set sail to the world's loneliest island. To get here, you can't just fly, you have to survive the journey. There are no direct flights to Tristan da Cunha. In fact, there are no flights at all. The only way to reach the island is by sea, a 6-day voyage from Cape Town, South Africa. For almost a week, you travel across nothing but endless blue. The horizon never changes. The wind howls, and as the ship creaks and rolls, you begin to understand what remote truly means. Every passenger knows, once you set sail, you are completely at the mercy of the ocean. There are no rescue helicopters, no quick way back, and then, finally through the mist, a dark mountain rises from the sea, a volcano crowned in clouds. That's Tristan. It's both beautiful and intimidating, a place that tests your courage just to reach it. As the ship anchors offshore, small boats approach to ferry passengers and supplies. Stepping onto land feels like arriving at another world, quiet, pure, untouched. Few have ever seen this view in person, and even fewer call it home. But who are the people who live here, and why do they stay? The first thing you notice when you step onto Tristan da Cunha is the silence. There are no cars speeding by, no planes overhead, just the wind, the sea, and the occasional voice calling from a small house. The island's only settlement. Edinburgh of the Seven Seas looks like a village lost in time. Colorful cottages, stone fences, and fields stretch toward the mountain. Here, everyone knows everyone. The population? Just over 250 people, all descended from a handful of families who settled here nearly 2 centuries ago. Life is simple but demanding. People farm potatoes, fish for lobsters, and grow what little food the volcanic soil allows. There's one store, one pub, one school, and one small hospital. Internet arrived only recently, slow, limited, and unreliable. Yet, in this quiet isolation, there's a strange kind of peace. Children play without phones. Neighbors share everything. And at night, the stars shine brighter than almost anywhere else on Earth. But isolation isn't just peaceful. It can also be brutal. Life on Tristan da Cunha isn't easy. The weather changes without warning. One moment, calm blue skies. The next, fierce Atlantic storms that cut the island off for weeks. When the ocean turns violent, supply ships can't dock. That means no new food, no mail, no medicine. In moments like these, the community depends entirely on itself. Islanders grow crops, raise animals, repair their homes, and help one another because out here, there's no one else to call. The volcanic soil gives them fertile land, but also danger. The volcano itself once erupted, forcing everyone to evacuate for 2 years. When they returned, they rebuilt from ash, stronger than before. That's what life here is, resilience. Every storm survived, every crop planted, every ship that returns. It's a reminder that even in the loneliest corners of the world, humanity endures. But what truly keeps them here is something far deeper than survival. On an island where survival depends on everyone, community isn't just a word, it's life itself. Every person here has a role: the fishermen, the farmers, the teachers, the nurses. If one struggles, the others step in. There are no strangers, only neighbors. Weddings, birthdays, and festivals are celebrated by the entire island. And when someone passes away, the whole community mourns as one. In Tristan, there is a shared understanding. No one can make it alone. Their traditions are passed down through generations. Songs from the sea, stories of shipwrecks, tales of the ancestors who built this home from nothing. In a world obsessed with individuality, Tristan da Cunha feels like a time capsule of what humanity once was, connected, humble, and bound by trust. Every handshake still means something here. Every promise is kept. They don't measure wealth in money. They measure it in people, in laughter, in the safety of belonging. And maybe, in that sense, they're richer than the rest of us. But even in paradise, the outside world always finds a way to reach in. Every few months, a small cargo ship appears on the horizon, the island's lifeline to the modern world. It brings food, medicine, fuel, and sometimes new faces brave enough to visit. The arrival of that ship is a celebration. Children wave, families gather on the beach, and crates of supplies are carefully unloaded by hand. But once it leaves, silence returns. Internet came here only recently. Slow, unreliable, sometimes working, often not. Phone lines are limited, and storms can cut communication for weeks. Yet, in that quiet disconnect, the people of Tristan da Cunha have found something rare: peace of mind. They're aware of the chaos beyond their ocean, the noise, the endless scrolling. But here, life moves with the rhythm of nature, not the algorithm. And when the ship sails away, carrying letters and memories, the islanders return to what they know best: living simply, beautifully, and together. It's a kind of freedom the rest of the world has almost forgotten. But Tristan's isolation also hides secrets and stories few outsiders have ever heard. Every place has stories, but here, stories are survival. Islanders speak of the great eruption of 1961, when the volcano roared to life and forced everyone to flee. For 2 years, they lived in exile, thousands of miles away in Britain. Many thought they'd never return, but they did. When they came back, they rebuilt their homes from ash and stone, refusing to abandon the land that had nearly destroyed them. Elders still tell tales of that night when the sky turned red and the ocean boiled with lightning. Others whisper about shipwrecks that brought their ancestors here. Sailors stranded, lovers lost, generations born from survival and chance. And sometimes, when the wind howls through the cliffs, you can almost hear their voices, reminders of what this island has endured. Tristan da Cunha isn't just a place on a map. It's a living story, one still being written by the people who refuse to let it fade. So if life here is so hard, why does no one leave? For most of us, the idea of living without convenience, no airports, no hospitals, no fast internet, feels impossible. But for the people of Tristan da Cunha, it's not isolation, it's identity. They stay because this island is more than home. It's family, it's history, it's freedom from the noise of the modern world. Here, the ocean defines their days. The land feeds their families. And when storms roll in, they don't panic, they prepare. Together, there's beauty in the simplicity and pride in the hardship. To live here means to live fully. In the truest sense of the word, some dream of visiting the world beyond the waves, but most return. Because no city skyline can replace the peace of standing under a sky untouched by pollution, noise, or crowds. This island may be the loneliest place on Earth. But for those who belong to it, it's the only place that feels alive. And as the world grows louder, Tristan reminds us what we've lost. In a world chasing progress, Tristan da Cunha stands still, defiant, beautiful, and free. It's a reminder that connection doesn't always come from Wi-Fi. Sometimes it comes from the people standing next to you. Out here, life isn't about how fast you can live, it's about how deeply you can feel. Every sunrise over the ocean, every ship that arrives, every family that gathers by the fire. It all speaks to a truth we've forgotten. The farther we go in search of comfort, the more we lose the meaning of home, and maybe, just maybe, the loneliest island in the world has found what the rest of us are still searching for. A simple life, a strong community, and peace. In the middle of nowhere. This is Tristan da Cunha, the island with no airport, and no need for one. If you enjoyed exploring one of Earth's last untouched worlds, don't forget to subscribe, because this is just the beginning of our journey into the forgotten corners of our planet.